You just live your truth. And that should come through you, like the message does not have to be verbally, expressed. You can walk the message.
Sometimes the life is the message. Are there times in life when the life will suffice? The way that you live is the message you give. I remember hearing this quotation, I think it might have been Gandhi. And he said that my life is my message. How can your life be your message? And we could verily say that in every which way, our life is our message. And that the most powerful message could simply be a walking testimony. One of my good friends that I met years ago showed me that I could do more with less. And I was so blessed to be able to come into this realization by feeling my friend's vibration and absorbing this new information that I never knew was possible. Simply by being, he allowed me to see that there were so many ways in which I could be free. His name was Josh Robinson. He's still my good friend today. And I remember when I was in the kitchen, my family was cooking everything. I was raised eating all kinds of animals. And here's this gladiator, right? Here's this warrior. He's in the kitchen and he's tall, swole, big as anybody in the house, all muscle. And he's telling me, hey, no, I don't touch that. Family's whipping up sausages and turkey and chicken and all sorts of stuff. He's like, nah. He said, when I stopped eating meat, when I stopped eating animals, I felt like Superman. I said, what? His life was his message. Now, had he not told me that, and had he not shown me that, it wouldn't have opened me up to that realm of reality that I started to venture into, that I started to veer off on the crossroads, that I was going in this direction and now I found myself going somewhere else. For my own physical health and my own inner wealth, I started to value myself just a little bit more by realizing there was something that I had not explored. How can your life be your message? The other day, I was reading a book, as I usually am around here with family, and the kids will come by and they'll say, hey, what are you reading? Hey, how often do you read? For how long do you read? And they'll just ask me questions and it'll start conversations when I don't even have to give out that communication. Your life becomes your message. Just by being, you are already changing the ways that someone is seeing. Just by being. Now they see me, they see I'm not chewing. So sometimes they come around, they ask me, what are you doing? I don't see you chewing. What are you doing? And I realize that my life has become my message. There was a lot of stress when I tried in the past to express and try to maybe change or reframe the way someone knew best. Trying to say, hey, we don't need to digest when we rest. And trying to say, hey, accumulation will let time be the test. But no matter how many times I tried to confess, it would always be met with resistance. Because what we resist will eventually persist. We become that witness. No matter if someone knows they need to get into fitness, what convinces them the most is not when somebody brags or when they boast, but when they're able to see you in your own element. Your life is your message. It becomes heaven sent. And that way, you never have to regret or relent. And someone else can change their consciousness without your consent. You can find so much peace without having to prevent. And you can find that your time becomes much more well spent. When you were trying to make headway, but not making a dent. So, seeing that I could speak volumes when I was silent, seeing that my energy could ring and sing by just residing and not confiding, right? This became the insightful wisdom I started inviting. And I started delighting to know that I could show that. So much love, my friend. Thanks for listening once again. Let your life be the message. There is never an end. How you can lift and even shift someone else that you love. You don't ever have to push. You won't ever have to shove. But just by seeing you in your being, someone else may rise above.